Hello everybody, I am Tiago with Attack on Tiago, and for today's video, I'll be concluding my 2022 Anime Week with my picks for the 2022 Anime Awards. Now, before jumping into the awards, I just want to stress that this is my opinion. These are, again, my picks of the 60 anime that I have seen for these awards. So no one else's opinion is just my own. And again, since I've only seen 60 anime, I'm judging it only off the anime I have seen, so there may be some picks that you guys are wondering why they aren't there, or some characters of why I didn't pick them, and it could be because I didn't see the anime, or it just could be that I appreciated other characters in other series more. Since every year Crunchyroll does them, there's so many disagreements and so many picks that they have that I just am not happy with. So, like last year, I'm going to be doing an anime awards for this year, but this time it's just me, and it's going to be my own picks and my own nominations for each category. So the categories I'm going to be going over today are Best Male Main Character, Best Female Main Character, Best Male Side Character, Best Female Side Character, Best Villain, Best Fight Scene, Best Animation and Art, Best Opening, Best Music Soundtrack, Best Studio overall for the year, and lastly, culminating in Best Anime of the Year. So let's get started with the Best Male Main Character category. Now this was a very tough one, as I had many to choose from for good male lead characters, but I'm keeping it to 5, as I'll be picking 5 for every category except 2 categories which I'll name later on in the video. So my nominees for Best Male Main Character are Shinpei Ajiro from Summertime Render, Lloyd Forger from Spy X Family, Kong Ming from Ya Boy Kong Ming, Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, and Yuichi Katagiri from Tomodachi Game. All of these are very strong contenders, but ultimately, the winner for this category, in my opinion, will go to Yuichi Katagiri from Tomodachi Game, as I feel he was a very awesome and unique character in Tomodachi Game that really lent to some of the best moments in the entire series, and he was such a strong lead that he carried the entire series from episode 1 to the end. And also, it could be boosted because I did read the manga and I really liked his character in the manga, but strictly on the anime, I still feel like he did a great job, so why not give it to a new guy like Yuichi Katagiri. Now, let's move on to the Best Female Main Character. Now, I did say the male main character was a tough one to choose from, but I think this one was actually my hardest one to pick in the entire video. And there were so many that I really wanted to include that I could do some honorable mentions, but again, I'm keeping it to 5, so I'm only going to name 5. So, the 5 that I have picked, well, 5.5, you'll see what I mean, are Marin Kitagawa from My Dress Up Darling, Hitori Goto, or otherwise known as Bocchi from Bocchi the Rock, Anzu Hoshino from Romantic Killer, Aiko from Ya Boy Kong Ming, and then Anya Forger / Your Forger from Spy X Family, as both of them are sort of the main female character. So it's hard to pick one. But if I was to pick a winner in this category, it would go to Anya and Yor. Either one could have won this, but I'm going to group them together. Together they win this category for me, as both of them lend to some amazing comedy moments, and both of them are just such amazing characters in their own right. Now next, let's move on to the Best Male Side Character. And the nominees that I've picked for Best Male Side Character 2022 are Ryusui from Dr. Stone Ryusui, Ishigami from Kaguya-sama Love is War Ultra Romantic, Meguro Bachira from Blue Lock, Tengen Uzui from Demon Slayer Season 2 Entertainment District, and Ewok from Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. And ultimately, I have picked for the winner of Best Male Side Character, Ryusui from Dr. Stone Ryusui, as I feel he lent so much to this 45-minute episode special, and I'm so excited to see what he does in Season 3, because he really made a mark on Dr. Stone's cast and the story itself, as I feel he'll lend so much to the exploration since he's a pirate captain. I really loved his character. I fell in love with him from the moment that he came out of the rock. He was such a great character, so very excited, and I'm picking him to win this award. Now, following the male side character award, we have now the Best Female Side Character Award. And the nominees I have picked for Best Female Side Character of 2022 are Nanami Kuan from Your Boy Kong Ming, Ryo from Bochi the Rock, Miu from Summertime Render, Faputa from Maiden Abyss Season 2, and Chika from Kaguya-sama Love is War Ultra Romantic. Now this was a tough one, as to me Chika and Faputa were the two that I was debating between, but I ultimately went with Faputa from Maiden Abyss Season 2, as she completely stole the show every time she was on screen. She was such a great foil also, and her connection with Reg was so great, and I loved when they were together on the screen. I think Faputa was an amazing side character that really lent to Maiden Abyss' success. Now, the next category is the Best Villain of 2022. Now, there weren't a lot of options to choose from, as again, I've only seen about 60 anime, so I'm judging it off the 60 anime that I have seen, and of those anime, these were the 5 that I have picked. So, I have Ryuen from Classroom of the Elite Season 2, Faputa from Maiden Abyss Season 2, Haine from Summertime Render, Katana Man from Chainsaw Man, and Ewok from Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. And to me, I think this was actually a pretty easy decision to make. The winner for Best Villain of the Year, again, goes to Faputa. Again, with her dynamic with Reg, I think it really lent to her villain story arc and development as she went on in the series, to her hate for the city. I think Faputa was an amazing villain. Maybe not quite on the level of Bone Druid in the Maiden Abyss movie, but Faputa was still an amazing foil and such an amazing character, and my pick for Best Villain. Next category we have is the Best Fight Scene of 2022. And of the options I've seen, these are my picks. We have Mob vs. Dimple in Mob Psycho 100 Season 3, Denji vs. the Bat Devil in Chainsaw Man, Yamamoto vs. Ewok in Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, Reg vs. Faputa in Maiden Abyss Season 2, and Tengen, Uzui, and Tanjiro vs. Gyutaro in Demon Slayer Season 2 Entertainment District. And ultimately, my pick for the best fight is Tengen, Uzui, and Tanjiro vs. Gyutaro. Just like how last year my favorite fight was Akaza versus Rengoku, Demon Slayer really delivers on amazing fight scenes with their animation, production, and just overall quality of the fight itself. Our next category is the Best Animation / Art Award. And this is a very tough one, since many anime have amazing animation nowadays, since as the years go on, the quality of the animation just keeps on rising. So ultimately, I went with 5, and the 5 I picked were Mob Psycho 100 Season 3, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Bochi the Rock, Chainsaw Man, and Demon Slayer Season 2 Entertainment District. And for me, the winner is Bochi the Rock, as I feel the animation was great, but also the art and creative team really went above and beyond with Bochi the Rock and the creative choices they made with her character, with the expressions, all the references. I think they did a phenomenal job. The next category is the Best Opening Award, and I only went with 5 choices. I could have gone a lot more, but I went with my 5 favorite openings of 2022, and those are Mob Psycho 100 Season 3's opening, Call of the Knights opening, Your Boy Kong Ming's opening, Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2's opening, and Chainsaw Man's opening. And ultimately, I think this was a very easy decision, as the winner of this goes to Chainsaw Man's opening, as not only is the song amazing, the visuals amazing, but the amount of effort that went into the references, callbacks, and little Easter eggs and foreshadowing all together in this one opening was amazing. So many people went around to dissect just the opening itself, and that is amazing in its own right. The next category is the Best Music / Soundtrack Award. And this one I actually ended up going with 10 picks for this entry. It's one of the only ones I went with 10, otherwise you'll be seeing a lot of 5s. And there's going to be one more that's 10 that'll be later on. So, the 10 anime that I have picked for the best music / soundtrack of 2022 are Demon Slayer Season 2 Entertainment District, Akiba Maid War, Ya Boy Kong Ming, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Bocchi the Rock, Summertime Render, Call of the Night, Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, Chainsaw Man, and Made in Abyss Season 2. And ultimately, I went with Made in Abyss Season 2, as I feel its soundtrack and OST is just amazing, as there's such an array of emotions you feel from every scene of every episode, whether it's hype, whether it's sad. It's just amazing, amazing OST. I love the OST for Made in Abyss. Season 1 was amazing, the movie was amazing, and Season 2 continues that amazing trend. And one final award before going into the Best Anime category, we have the Best Studio of 2022. And the nominees for Best Studio are MAPPA, WIT, Cloverworks, Bones, and A1 Pictures. And this was also another easy decision for me to make, as I believe the winner of Best Studio of 2022 is MAPPA. MAPPA continues to defy logic, as the amount of work that they've been doing lately, it's been insane. And it's not just throwing out just bad anime with lackluster production. These are top production, amazing animation, and amount of effort put into every one of these series that they are working on is truly impressive. MAPPA deserves praise here. And finally, my picks for the best anime of the year. Now, this is also a very tough decision to make, but I ultimately went with 10 plus an honorable mention. An honorable mention I just had to include, since I feel it just needs some love, is Kingdom Season 4. These I don't feel it gets enough praise. But otherwise, my 10 picks for the best anime of the year are Romantic Killer, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Mob Psycho 100 Season 3, Summertime Render, Kaguya-sama Love is War Ultra Romantic, Bocchi the Rock, Spy X Family, Made in Abyss Season 2, Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, and Chainsaw Man. And ultimately, the winner for the Best Anime of the Year category has to go to Chainsaw Man, as again, the production of MAPPA was outstanding, as they delivered on an amazing adaptation of the Chainsaw Man manga. Delivered on every expectation I had, plus more. The opening, the visuals, the animation, the characters, the fights, everything was so good and polished. And it deserves the Best Anime of the Year category. Well, everyone, that is it for the 2022 Anime Awards. Let me know your thoughts on the comments on what my picks were, and also what are your guys' picks for some of these categories. I'd love to know in the comments. And I hope that my picks were better than what Crunchyroll will come up with for these 2022 Anime Awards. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot to me. I am Tiago with Attack on Tiago, and I hope you all have a nice day.